Tell us about the what we're looking at right here.
So for some time, photographers who are selling their work as fine art and those that are collecting works of art were looking for papers to take things to a higher level, both of the highest quality and of permanence. And based on working with these people, we developed the Legacy Paper family. These are 4 papers: Legacy Baryta, Legacy Platine, Legacy Fiber, and Legacy Etching. 2 are photo black ink type papers for the richest blacks and the greatest color gamut, and 2 are cotton fiber type papers that have more of a pastel watercolor look, smooth and textured. But in the end, the papers are there about the artist's vision and about those that want to sell those prints. And as we look at these images in this particular gallery, these are by some of the finest photographers who sell works of art, who sell their photography. And at a show like this, there are many people that sell their works to brides, to families, because those images have to last. But in the end, we have all these technical attributes. We can talk about color gamut, we can talk about D-Max, but it's the emotion of how these prints look and what it does for the photographers and how they can express their creative vision and print their legacy.
Why is it legacy? Why is it that it makes the best print? Like, I'm looking at this one, the details are incredibly sharp.
Well, the permanence of a print is a function of the printer, the ink, and the paper. Epson redeveloped all of its inks that you're seeing here. These were all printed on the P9000 printer. Specifically, the yellow ink was dramatically improved along with the other inks so that there's great permanence. So the thing that all of these images share is their longevity, which under UV glass are predicted to last 200 years in color and 400 years in black and white. So photographers that are selling their work as a collectible item, or even if it's for a wedding, they want to ensure that those images are going to last for generations. Then when it comes to the choice of the individual papers, that's an emotional thing for each individual photographer, and we're here to offer them the choice between the really saturated, gutsy D-Max that some photographers love and the more painterly qualities of a cotton fine art paper.
That's got to be an art in itself, trying to figure out which one.
You know, photography comes from the Greek phos graphos, lighting with right. I always like to think of photography as really an exercise of the left brain and the right brain. You have to have the technical and you have to have the artistic to make a truly great photograph. I've seen amazing technical pictures executed perfectly that are really boring, and I've seen amazing artistic images that technically didn't have their act together and they failed. So it's finding that balance between the left brain and the right brain. And at Epson, in the development of these papers, we're here to have all those tools available so the technical things are there so the artist can really express their vision.
Very good, very good. So we have an example here, same across the board, is that right?
Well, these are on different papers. This particular paper here is Legacy Baryta. Baryta is a chemical compound that was found in old darkroom papers. And it's something that was beloved, but we need to bring it into the digital age. It also has, when you work with this, a certain smell to it. I believe it's the calcium carbonate. And it reminds people of what it was like to work in the darkroom, but without that smell of the old fixer and stuff to give those benefits. This is an image that's printed on Legacy Fiber. Now, while it's behind glass in a trade show environment, a little hard to tell, but this has really gutsy, rich color saturation that kind of jumps out. This is more subtle in keeping with this image with a smooth matte type finish. But it used to be with matte type finishes, you would always take a ding on saturation and color, and blacks were a little smoky. But in conjunction with the P9000 printer, it's no longer a, oh, I wish. It's just a different feel. It's a very painterly kind of look. And then here we have more Baryta and Baryta with 2 different types of looks from 2 different photographers, with Fred Marcus Photography and Susan Stripling. But then here's an image on Legacy Platine. Platine has a different textural quality. It feels a little bit different. And this is a very famous portrait photographer named Timothy Greenfield Sanders. And Timothy is known for working with large format, and I believe this was shot on film. He still works with 8x10 film. But if you look at all the detail, and you can see all the eyelashes, and you can see everything about it. And that's what we try to do at Epson. We want to ensure that you never look at this print and go, wow, look at that amazing Epson technology. You should look at that print and go, look at that amazing photograph. That Epson screening algorithm and print head and all this stuff that we like to talk, get out of the way so you don't see them. If you see Epson in here, we failed. Here you just see this amazing image of this well-known, you see it's actors, right? And these are also on, this is on etching. You can see in this light, It has a subtle painterly texture. It's not a texture that gets in the way of the image, but enhances the image. A lot of people come up to us at trade shows and say, oh, I'm shooting a landscape. I had that this morning. The guy was very angry with me. I'm shooting a landscape. What paper should I use? I said, I have to take you through what do you like. There is no right or wrong answer. For Ann Geddes, a very well-known photographer and paper, she works with a variety of papers, but she loves the cotton fiber type of papers. She likes blacks that have depth to them versus blacks that are just really black. And that's her style.
Well, it's great examples of the legacy paper and the different opportunities that photographers have to get their work to show as an art piece, actually. So anything else you want to add? We're looking at what, at least almost 10, I think, on the wall here. It looks great.
Well, that's all we had room for, but it's to show you the different sizes. There is a sample pack that's available in letter size, and they'll be available 13 by 19, 17, 22 cut sheet at the end of March, and rolls are available now 24, 44, and in some cases 60 inches.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Dan. I appreciate it. Thank you. Great job.